So if you're new to this channel, it's called Magic and Myth. I encourage you to subscribe. I will tell you things they don't want you to know until they stop me. Once before I had a channel called Magic and Myth, and they took it away. I can't upload to it anymore. So I took some of the greatest videos and I put them here. I've talked about this before, but I've gotten many questions on it. Okay. And I do want to talk to you a little bit about the Super Soldier program, but it's about what you can do right now, tonight. What if I told you you could sleep better? What if I told you you could remove negativity? I'm not talking about burning sage and lighting candles. I'm talking about something that you can actually see results in 2 to 3 days, results that you can feel. Let's begin with this. This was my old channel. I can't upload to it anymore. This is my new channel, Oracle Magic and Myth. Let's see if it's new enough to even get in the search yet. I want nothing from you when I make these videos. Boom, there I am. Okay, so now you know where to go. This was the magic egg trick. This is what I'm going to teach you tonight, and then maybe I'll share with you a little bit about Max Spears. My powers have been developed over a long period of time. Just so you know, okay, it's like training. And I've gone through specific training. And then I did something where, well, it really put my mind to the maximum test. And I was actually tested. Because I don't believe in psychics or astrology or any of that. I believe in tapping into what you can't tap into. The 90% that lies dormant. Yes, I do enhance it with the latest in pharmaceutical science, including Limitless NZT, which you cannot find anymore. I have the militarized version. I wish I could share it with you. Everything out there is a con. I don't really need it anymore. It's permanently changed me. So I combine this with my training. And I built a power. I've talked to you about the black line. The line where time doesn't matter. Where, like in the movie Limitless, he says, I'm 3 seconds ahead of you. And all I need is 3 seconds. Because time does not exist. 3 seconds can be an eternity. Because time was created by humans. A lot of people in my Discord group and everything want to know about how I know deep into the future. Okay? How I can address pumps and dumps before they happen. To you, this is a horizon. I talked about this before. But as I zoom, you'll begin to see a place. You'll begin to see a place that is not available to the naked eye. Yes, I took this with my, no, not iPhone, Android. The black line. The black line is the place where your reality ends and the matrix begins. And the matrix can be controlled, and you can control your own matrix. You don't believe me about the water? Well, this was another super soldier who talked too much. And unfortunately, Max is no longer with us. He had a tragic accident.
There was this particular swimming pool. They tend to use big bodies of water because water is a stargate in an.
Did you hear that? The black line. So people here in my Discord are talking about the original video where I did this. I want to show you something. Here's how it works. You are going to take a glass of water. You're going to crack a white egg. Drop it into the water. Put it in a place like your bedroom where you're alone or with your husband or whatever. Okay? Now, when you first do it, nothing happens. Now, what this is going to do is absorb all the negativity around you. All the negativity around you. You're going to put it in your bedroom where you sleep at night. Now, watch what happens over time. If you don't disturb it, it begins to look like this. Maybe within a few hours, you'll begin to see crystal cities form. It's amazing to watch. Don't put it in your living room or around other people. You need it to work for you. Do you understand? I've mentioned this so many times. Look at that. Now, after about 2 or 3 days, all of this beautiful crystalline city will turn into what looks to be a floating mass. A ball, like a golf ball. All of this disappears as long as you don't touch it. You can put it in a taller glass if you like, it doesn't matter. One white, not brown, egg white. Just fill the glass with water, crack the egg white, and just the egg white, not the yellow, even if it may appear yellow on the bottom. And what you will notice is that you'll begin to sleep better. Little things that used to happen to you and go wrong in your life will stop. Dumb things, like forgetting your car keys or where you put your wallet. Okay? Now, we have to enhance your superpowers. This is step 1, the cleanse. And you can do this over and over as many times as you want. Do not pour this down your drain in your house. This has to leave your house. You go outside and you throw it outside away from your house. Now, there was a time where I studied Santeria. I studied every form of magic. And I realized that what it comes down to is intention. And everyone wants more money, and on my channel I have an entire video. A spell to attract needed money. Look, it only has 54 views there. But here, it got over 2,500 views 2 years ago. This happened to me, I did it, and $75,000 came out of nowhere at a time when I really needed it. Now, none of this is evil or is it against God. None of it. Okay? I can go on and on about magic and stuff, and if you want to know in the comments, I can teach you how to focus your intention. Let's say you wanted 2 people to have a fight. Let's say you're getting divorced, and your husband has a really good divorce lawyer. You want them to get into a fight and stop working with their husband. There are things for that, okay? There are things for that. If you want to take away a person's luck, there are things for that. Is there a price to be paid for these things? No. Everything in the universe is fair and square. Everything is fair and square. If the earth got hit by a meteorite tomorrow and we were all gone, it's fair and square in the universe. Karma, to me, is, if we were talking about crypto, it's the equivalent of hodling and hoping. Why do that when you can make things happen now? Now, I'm not really big into spells and rituals and all of that, but they do come down to the power of intention. The power of intention, the power of the mind. I can do things with my mind that many of you have seen, and if you've posted in the comments, I'd appreciate it. How when we leverage trade, I can consistently call the exact future. You've seen it. Prove to the people, post on this channel underneath the comments, especially if you're in my Discord. So, the first thing, we talk about little voices. There are no little voices. There's you. And messages that come through you that you either choose to ignore or accept. Children aren't taught like we are about reality and what's not reality. And sometimes your children, and I'm talking young, 3, 5, 6, will say things to you that will make no sense whatsoever. What if they were right? What if they were right? There's so much you don't understand. The NZT has opened my eyes to a new world. It's not like DMT, it's no kind of drug, but it's been about 3 years. And in 3 years, my finances catapulted to a state you would not believe. And it's never to brag or boast. I don't make money for making these videos. I'm doing this to help you. So, let's say you're single. Let's say you're going to meet somebody on the internet, right? And you, if guys, you've probably done this a million times. You meet a chick and you're like totally not into her. Many times before that happens, you will get the feeling that you just don't want to go. You'll get the feeling you just don't want to go. That feeling was the Matrix telling you to waste your time. Do something more productive. So the other day, okay, I was robbed, me of all people. Can you imagine? And I just bought an expensive U-Block watch, and just the bag was in my car. Now, here's the irony of the story, okay? Everything happens for a reason. In that bag, I was going to the bank, and I had my checkbook in there. And I was writing myself a check for $300,000 according to my financial consultant. That was supposed to be a bonus I was supposed to take for the month. Whatever, it helps with taxes. So anyway, something told me not to take the Lamborghini. So I took one of my other cars. And I double parked it, and I had my eyes on the car. I mean, it could have been a second. The window was down. Somebody grabbed that bag. In that bag was my wallet, the keys to my Lambo, the keys to my other car. I had to get everything changed, call the banks, change bank accounts, and everything else. So you might say, well, what does this have to do with the little voice? I don't call it a voice. The message, the download. Okay, stop hearing voices, you crazy fuck. The download told me not to take the Lamborghini. What if I took the Lamborghini and something worse happened? This is the Oracle's view on things. So, whether you think he's crazy or whatever you think, you know, I've done a lot of research on this guy in the program, and I can't say much more, okay? But I'll let Max Spears tell you a little bit about this. Max Spears is now deceased in 2020. He had a strange accident called talking too much.
Using my DNA to test and to use for different breeding lines, So they needed my DNA or sperm for specific lines that were being done. They wanted to mix and match to find out, to create I think some of these babies, because they were just being brought up in a very sterile environment, like in a base, like in a ship, they need some interaction with beings who interact regularly with people, so that when the baby is then incorporated into society, it has some idea what it's like to have to have experiences with other people. So that
this is the creation of the super soldier. So we'll go a little bit further into this. Okay. Now, remember how I told you I have the ability to read the entire Discord, okay, and know what you need to see in a video. And I mean, you guys have seen me do amazing things. I really hope you post in the comments, okay, like Crypto TV, your story, and all of them. But everyone works on a frequency, a wavelength, and I'm able to tap into all of those wavelengths, the mass consciousness, and so was Max.
into certain bodies. The elite, or whatever you want to call them, are aware when somebody is going to incarnate into a certain body. They're aware because everybody has a harmonic signature tone. Everybody has an individual.
Do you hear me? Did you hear what he said?
Fingerprint, signature, sound, tone that when they come into the body that they give off. So they're already tracking.
So that's how you read people. Everybody has a signature. Remember I told you about extending the range of my Bluetooth by trying to connect to electronics? Okay. Well, that's the same thing.
Because of the particular, I mean, it really is down to bloodlines. Because of this particular bloodline, these were all seeded
This is why he was picked.
from different off-planet streams. So you have the Sirian streams, you have the Orion streams, Alpha Draconis streams. It all comes down to essentially off-planet stuff and inner Earth stuff. The Fisher Kings, they call them the Fisher Kings, and they're the tribe of Dan, which the tribe of Dan is the one of the hidden tribes.
Let me get to the good part.
Yeah.
Is this still on?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. On the breeding program, you said were the memories bled through to you at some point? That actually happened? Was it actually in your adult life? The memory come through?
Yeah, so 31 was when that happened. Before that, I knew that something was going on. I knew that there was that, because I felt it and I trust my instincts, and I knew when I would get, throughout my 20s, throughout my whole life,
Listen to this part, okay?
When I got very, very upset or very, very angry, things would happen around me. The glasses would break, books would fall off on the ground. So I knew that was one of the clues. There was something unusual going on with me, because I have a lot of bioelectricity coming off of me. So
That's the way I'm able to connect with my Bluetooth.
Following,
But do you, are you aware of any communication between those two? I mean, in the other dimensions?
They've had to. There was numerous divided forces that infighting. They're sort of like a crew of robbers where they agree on the crime, but they don't agree how the money's sort of divided out to each, and joined to make sure that they get the agenda fulfilled. So the ones that had been fighting for thousands of years have now come together. The Davidic bloodline, which King David's bloodline, is passed and up and down, because that's reinforcing the dualistic nature of the trap and the prison that we're in at the moment. So my spirituality is sort of going within, and I found most of the answers and most of the things when I sit quietly away from other people, and then sort of, I'm not necessarily meditating or transcendental.
Now remember, I told you I don't meditate. I said you ask the unconscious mind a question, and then you consciously cannot bring it up again, or you reset the clock, and your conscious mind will bring you the answer, like magic, as if you knew all along.
Meditation has been incredible, and so spiritually I find the answer.
I don't care about any of that. I'm specifically now enhanced with things that you can't get, okay? There's a right to try law, and I'm not going to talk about any specific substances or anything, but I probably inject myself like 8 times a week, and this isn't including NZT, and I think I spend in the area of maybe $5,000 or $10,000 a month, okay, for all of us. And it's made a dramatic difference. It's actually, it replaces the neurotransmitters in your brain. It reverses the aging process. And that, combined with NZT, will give me power. Power beyond anything you ever imagined. I'm going to do more in this series, but I mean, come on, man, we're already 20 minutes. Have a good day.